Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start this out here. And I'm gonna try to lower my voice because I've noticed that when I record these videos, I sound really loud. So let me know in the comment section if you guys think I'm too loud when I record this way. I'm trying to speak in a nice, clear, low tone, but understand, I want to speak uh, clearly so that you understand me at the same time. So, as you probably gleaned from the title, we're going to talk about Corner Store Caroline. Now, Corner Store Caroline, I forget her real name. Let me check what her real name is. Last name Klein. Let me see. Okay, so we'll go ahead and read a little bit from the New York Post here, and this was as of yesterday. So, you know what? We're not going to read from this one. No, we're not going to read from this one. But her name is Teresa Sue Klein, 53 years old. Now, if you haven't watched the video, and I'll go ahead and leave the video in the description so you can check it out for yourselves. She was in a corner store, and this was all caught on film. She was in a corner store, and a woman and her two children walked past her behind her while she's at the front counter paying for her things. And a little boy that's with his mom and his sister has a backpack that ever so gently rubs behind her. And she takes that as that little boy, which I believe he's 9 years old. Yeah, he's 9 years old. And I'm going to go ahead and say the race of these people just to I guess prove a point. He was black. The woman that accused him is white. She accused this little boy of grabbing her ass. Grabbing her ass. I kid you not. Now, the whole thing is caught on film. And it turns out that the lady lied. The little boy never grabbed her ass. And furthermore, she decided to call the police and decided to do some very sexual, indecent gestures towards the mother and her two kids. And again, everything is caught on film. It's unbelievable. She then proceeds to go outside and call the mother and tell the mother and the kids and everyone outside that she's a cop. That she is a cop. Now, from what I've been told, that's against the law. You can't say that you're a cop and you're not. That's impersonating a police officer. But as of now, from what I know now, no charges have been filed against this woman for that. So she not only lied about being a police officer, but she lied and said that this 9-year-old black boy grabbed her ass in the store, and then she called the police on him. And when she called the police on him, immediately the little boy and the little girl started crying uncontrollably, because even they know at their young age that when the police are called, that means that somebody could possibly lose their life. Unbelievable story. I know I'm being a little incoherent, but this happened a while ago, and now the video just came out that proves that the little boy didn't grab her butt. And she says she would apologize to the family. I don't know if she's actually apologized as of yet, but you could tell that she was really enjoying the attention. She was mocking everybody. There was a white lady that ended up intervening and trying to check this woman, Miss Klein, for lying on this little boy. Now, these kind of stories just really irk me, and I waited to do this video because, again, this is one of those stories that I'm just going to be way too emotional. And I'm trying to stop doing that so much because I don't want to come off too incoherent. I want to bring facts, and I want to be easily understood. A lot of times when you lose your temper or you act too emotionally, you lose sight of logic. And people don't they don't understand you. they don't understand what you're saying, and you're trying to get, you're yelling at the top of your lungs, and people still don't get it because you're not explaining it um, in a way that in which they can understand. So I waited to do this video, and I'm doing it now, and there's really not too much to say about it other than the fact that I wanted to make you guys aware of the similarities between this story here and what happened with Emmett Till. White lady claimed that little black boy looked at her, or in a sexual manner, or did something to her, and people automatically ran with it. And because of that, we all know what happened to Emmett Till. This is the exact same situation, and if things were a little bit different, just a little bit different, things could have gone way worse than what actually happened. So the police weren't called out. Nothing was actually done to anybody, even though she impersonated an officer. So there's a petition going around to actually press charges against Teresa Sue Klein for what happened, for impersonating an officer, and also for harassment, and for everything that went down on that day. There's a petition going around, and I'll share it below in the description so you guys could share it if you feel as though you agree that charges need to be fought against this woman. And honestly, I believe so. I mean, if you're a person that is going to be so quick to call the police in this kind of climate, you're going to call the police on a 9-year-old boy saying that he grabbed your butt, and it's on camera that he never grabbed your butt. His backpack ever so slightly brushed up against you. But it just goes to show you how, and I'm sorry, I know people hate the fact that I keep bringing race into this, but when you live with racism every day of your life, it's hard to ignore it. So I know it's easy for people that don't have to deal with this shit. I know it's easy for people that live in a different country to not talk about race and to act like it's not a big problem. But here in this country, here in America, it is still a problem. It's a problem because of institutional racism. It's a problem because of the inherent racism and biases in people already. The history of this country runs deep. We were less than dirt. We were property in this country. Literally, we were property. And we're still suffering from the laws of the past. And if you don't accept that as fact, and you just try to ignore that, then you're not living in reality. You just aren't. So it's interesting and sad at the same time that this grown-ass 53-year-old woman would say that this 9-year-old boy grabbed her ass, and it's on camera that he did it. What is wrong with her? I mean, there is a sickness in this country. There's a deep sickness. It's a cancer that needs to be cut out, or it will corrupt the whole body of this nation. This is what we have to deal with. People saying that we did this or we did that, and it's always something of a sexual nature. It's always a thing with white women and black boys or black men. And you have to understand, you have to realize that she called the police because she knows that we're living in a climate in which things can go left very quickly, especially for those people with black skin or brown skin. She knows this. Don't be naive. Don't be that person that's naive to say that this is not the reality that we're living in. I come back to reality, okay? Race is very much an issue in this country. And no, I'm sorry, but we're not going to get over it by not talking about it. That's what we're not going to do. So this woman and women like her have a history of demonizing black men and boys in this country as sexual deviants or predators. And oftentimes, way too often, they're believed. In this climate, we're supposed to just believe women. So if we were to take that concept and follow it, and there was no video present that that corroborated the story that the little boy did not in fact grab her butt, then that little boy would have been taken to jail, wouldn't he? He would have been taken to juvenile hall, right? Because oftentimes black people get the harshest sentencing. Bill Bill Cosby just got locked up for a woman's story, even though there was no actual provable evidence. Even though she lied multiple times on multiple occasions on the witness stand and during questioning, even though stories didn't add up, even though it was an illegal trial. Like, they do these things to black people all the time. And you guys wonder why I'm so up in arms about this kind of stuff. You guys wonder why I'm still harping on Bill Cosby. You guys wonder why I'm harping on the hashtag Me Too movement. Because in this climate, women such as Teresa Sue Klein can say these things, and we're automatically supposed to believe them, even though we have a deep history of racism, and this kind of this exact situation happens all the time. And if you don't realize that, if you don't accept that as fact, I'm sorry, my friends, but you are actually a part of the problem and not the solution. Because this is reality. These are facts. This is what happens all the time. Black people are unfairly treated. I mean, we're unfairly treated. We're abused. We're lied on. We're thrown in jail. Way more than any other race. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our reality. So, like I said, I'm going to leave the video in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves. The video of the altercation and of what actually occurred within the store. Let me know what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Like this video if you like, share it, and subscribe to me if you haven't before so we can keep having these conversations. And again, I know a lot of you want me to stop talking about race, but I'm sorry, that's just not something that I'm able to do. You know, I have to keep talking about these things, and I won't talk about these things with hate in my heart or malice or disdain. I talk about these things with love in my heart, knowing that deep down, everyone, you know, deep down, I know that people are generally good. We're just corrupted by society. You know, there's a reason that things happen the way they happen, you know. But I don't know. See you guys on the next one. Remember, love in your hearts. Remember, peace. Keep spreading that light and keep fighting. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.